Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to take you through a kind of a process of how I make one of my paintings. I've gone through some of these through my previous videos, but this one I'm starting off with an old area in France. I had a photograph of them, drawing from the picture. I used the photo to start, but then I will definitely break away from it as I work further into the drawing. But the reference just kind of gets me started, and it kind of loosens me up as I try to remember after I get this initial drawing down of what it was like to be there. I think a lot of people, no matter what you're trying to attempt, be it music or art or whatever activity you're involved in, there's a sense of trying for perfection. And I see that with a lot of beginning artists, especially when they're younger, striving for that perfection. I think one of the main reasons we stop drawing as we enter middle school is that we can't get that perfect Michelangelo type drawing, and a lot of people give up. And I've always kind of thought about that. It's good to fail sometimes. It's good to have something that doesn't work out at all. You kind of look at it. You may go on, you might tear it up. I always try to force through things that's not working for me at the time. But at the same time, it's good to fail. That sounds kind of contradictory to what most people think when they're making something that they want to do. But I think if you don't fail, it means you're not taking chances. You're not trying to do something extraordinary. I found out that if you, go on this series of perfection, the one time you don't succeed, it can kind of shatter you in a way. And so it's good to have some failure right off the bat to kind of make you start looking and trying to find different ways into a piece. And, a lot of my works, I feel like they're total failures when I first started. It's like, I'm going to start over, I'm going to throw this away. But the more I nuance it, the more I try to look at different avenues, different openings. A lot of times I'll end up really kind of loving the piece. And that's why you see a lot of transparency in my work. Sometimes it's things that haven't worked, but I go over top of them. But I like to kind of show the mistakes and the failures I may have had. You may not see that as the viewer. I know it myself. But that's what kind of keeps me going. If you're painting, you're always trying to balance, at least for myself, the idea of representational versus non-representational. And I always start off with abstraction, and then I will go in with different elements of realism or representation. And that's what I'm doing right here in the drawing. The background's still fairly abstract, but I'm bringing a drawing in of feet. And I'm going to let that kind of fade in over top of the composition I've already started. Pushing contrast is something I've found that's worked. Sometimes when I'm lost, I try to kind of sharpen edges, fuzz out others, and that kind of gets a push-pull kind of thing going on between the abstraction and the realism. And also brings an element of surprise, hopefully, to several of the pieces I'm doing. Here I'm going to make a texture. I'm going to go over top of the kind of the bluish gray I started before on this house, and I'm bringing in a yellowish white, and I'm going to thin that paint out quite a bit because I'm going to try to make a texture. And in some of my previous videos I've showed you I've used paper towel to create some texture on top of different surfaces. And here, while it's wet, I'm going to bring in dry paper towel, just do some smudges. You can see some texture starting to come in pretty quickly. And you can build this up. I'm just going to do one here today with you, but you can let this dry, bring in another, and then another, and it can really be built up and have quite a nice abstract quality, kind of ethereal quality if you continue to let the layers show through one another. Here's some more laying down of abstract shapes with the trees. And I'm going to kind of end this video today with this part. On the back end of this, I'm just going to show you some more finished pieces with color. And I hope you all have a great week. And it's been great sharing my work with you. See you next time.